survivor. I'm a survivor, survivor. Who will be the ultimate survivor? Let's find out when you spend a day in our shoes. All you creators, our sanctuaries waiting. Who will win the title? Well, it could be you. Survivor, survivor. I'm a survivor.
All right, guys, we are underway. Let me remove that. Hi, everybody. Hi to hello. I'm excited to be joining you all today. Happy Friday to everybody. Thank you guys for jumping on. Today, we are only going with both of the YouTube channels. That would be I'm a Survivor Sanctuary and Longhorn Lester's. And we will have to find a way to get this over to Facebook a little bit later. But today we are going to be joined by a very special guest. But let's do a little bit of housekeeping first. I'm going to remind you guys to hold your questions off for now. I know what you want to do. You want to get right to going to answering all them questions and whatnot. But what we're trying to do is start a new culture on the page. We're trying to change the culture a little bit and give the creator a chance to talk. Let's just warm up to each other first instead of jumping right into the interrogation. We don't want to just jump right into an interrogation. No one likes that. You know, when you meet your friends for lunch or for the holidays, you like to kind of warm up to each other, you know, and you'll get to the nitty gritty. I promise you, we will get to the nitty gritty momentarily. Well, let's just kind of warm up and tell you all what's going on. Let's give some folks a chance to come in, those who may not get notified quite as quickly. And then, of course, those who are waiting and watching over on Facebook, they'll realize real fast that, he must be going on YouTube, and then they'll jump over and they'll jump in here with us. But I will just say, and I'll go ahead and throw it out there real fast, that there is still no Sadie. And the search is ongoing. Please don't start asking all the questions about what all have we done. We will talk about all of those things a little bit later, okay? We do have a very special guest today. I'm not going to hesitate to bring him on because he is a very busy man. And you guys know how busy I am. And I promise you, he's a lot more busy than I am. So with no further ado, let me all welcome a good friend of mine, a guy that I've been an acquaintance for a while. I'd say probably a couple of years we've been acquainted, but we've actually been talking quite a bit over the last month or so. And with no further ado, let's all say hi to hello to my friend, Justin Steinmart.
Steinmart.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Justin knows that I joke with him about his last name. How do you actually pronounce it?
Steinmetz. It means stonemason.
It means stonemason. And what language would that be?
German. Yeah.
That's German. Okay. So first time I talked about you a couple of times, I said Steinmart because I just didn't see the name actually in front of me. But when you look at it, it says Steinmetz. It's right there in front of me. I just got to open my eyes and sometimes read. Do you wear glasses or not?
I do not. No.
You do not.
I love how you pause and tell everybody, listen, I'm going to put the glasses on and then read your comments. Everybody hold tight. So I don't have that luxury because they know I can see the phone.
Oh, no. So I only need glasses to read, and I've only been wearing them for the last 2 or 3 years. I haven't always worn them, but I began to get headaches at some point, and I thought it might be my eyes. I could tell it was with the phone first. And so sure enough, we went to the eye doctor, and I do need glasses for reading, and they work wonders. But like you said, it also saves me a lot. I'm not forced to interact as much because people know they can chat away all they want to. And I'm blessed, and I think that you are too. We have wonderful moderators who answer a lot of questions for us. So the moderators do a wonderful job on my channel. I've seen them very active on your channel as well. But Justin, you are the owner of a really personable, just such a big character in a bull named Chuck.
Yes, yes, I am.
And I know that a lot of people here want to hear the whole story about this bull named Chuck. They want to know so much about him. But if you don't mind, what I'm going to ask you to do, and I know you're already working on it, is instead of telling us all of the things right now, could we just wait until your video's ready? Because what I would rather them do is be able to go to your page, hang out for a little bit, get to know you, and then let them hear the story in a video form where you have time to play with it and kind of like make it right. You get what I'm saying?
Understood. Yep.
We could absolutely do it right now. And there's folks who are just probably screaming and hollering, talk about Chuck, talk about Chuck. And I get that. But I think there's way too much. There he is. There he is, the man himself. Oh, my God. You do.
Are you sure you want to do this, buddy? You still can back out?
Listen, I think that you do what I do, and you capture the perfect screenshots because he doesn't always walk around looking so darn scary. He can't. I've seen other videos where he's not quite as scary looking. So I know you're like me. We find those moments, we grab those screenshots, and it's an attention getter, absolutely. But you have to admit, you love that little guy. Tell me about your love for him. You can talk about that part.
It goes deep. I'm telling you, I'm not your traditional farmer where everyone thinks I'm crazy. In fact, I just stopped at the feed store this morning, and rumor has gone around the entire Berks County area where I'm from, and I haven't seen anybody in weeks. This was my first trip out getting feed and going to the mill and getting some medicines and grabbing some supplies. And everybody knows. The first time they've seen me, and they all wanted to know what happened, what's going on. And you know the picture I showed you, the one I texted you. I find myself pulling my phone out and say, "Hey, you want to see it? You want to see it?" But they're all farmers. These guys all have cows and they have bulls, but it's not for the same purpose as you and I have them. And I can't explain it to these people how much I love this guy. I feel like a weirdo telling them I saved my own bull. I bought him back from the auction house for $3,500 because I didn't want him to go to slaughter. And they're like, didn't he just put you in the hospital? Didn't he almost castrate you? So the love for our animals goes beyond what other people see, right? We put a lot into them. We spend a lot of time with them, and we get connected with them. And I just couldn't see him ending at the slaughterhouse.
Oh, absolutely. No, I understand. Don't tell too much more of his story, though, because I really want people to go watch the video. Justin, what is that cup you keep holding up? Can I read that? I'm down to just 1 cup a day. Okay, that's wonderful. That's a huge mug. I get the humor in that. Someone in the comments says that's a Lester type coffee mug, and I'm like, what do they mean by that? That is a huge mug.
Thank you to one of my followers for sending it to me. They know I drink coffee on my live stream every morning at 7-Eleven. Okay. That's how I start my show. I said, everyone grab your cup of coffee, get your stretches in, and let's go.
And so you're in Pennsylvania. So your 7-Eleven is actually my 6-11.
Right.
So you're Eastern time zone then.
Correct. Yeah.
That's awesome. Now, whenever I wake up and get to my phone to start dealing, your live is already over. So it says 7-Eleven, but really that's my 6-11. And I seldom wake up that early anymore if I don't have to. So, well, hey, I would like to play a little game with you. Actually, I got a couple of games I want to play with you while people are jumping in. And the first one is kind of getting to know you. We'll learn all more about your family. We'll learn more about Chuck, I'm certain, over the upcoming days. But let's just get to know who you are. You ready to play?
I suppose. I'm a little nervous. What kind of shenanigans
you're
up?
Nervous.
I'm not nervous. I just don't know what kind of shenanigans you've done.
No, I would not put you on the spot. You've been too good to me. I'm not going to do that to you, okay? But listen, a lot of times when I have folks on, I'll play these games. And like I said, it makes it where it's kind of like an icebreaker for you and I. My people don't know you and your people don't know me. So it's kind of fun to know each other in a fun way. So I'll start off simple. Don't take too much time to think about it, though. What is your favorite food?
Spaghetti.
Spaghetti?
Spaghetti.
Is it like something that your wife makes for you or something you got out of a can or anywhere? Spaghetti from anywhere?
I love spaghetti made in a pot, of course, but it's a comfort food for me. When I was younger growing up, there wasn't much food around, and I remember spaghetti nights, and that filled my belly, and it stuck with me. It stuck with me my whole life, and I kind of just go towards spaghetti as my comfort food. I can house an entire plate of spaghetti, man.
That's awesome. Do you guys, I hate to ask this question now. I'm going to get to your wife a little bit later, but you didn't take your wife to eat spaghetti on a first date, did you?
No, I did not.
Is spaghetti hard for you to eat, but as far as keeping clean and keeping it classy? Because it's hard for me to eat.
if you're asking, I don't do the classic spin the fork and
You
try to
slurp
keep it
it
all.
up. You
No,
slurp it up.
no, it's all over the place. In fact, my followers will know I can eat spaghetti straight out of the can. I pop the top, and I'm eating SpaghettiOs. That's kind of my on-the-go lunch.
I
It's
had
funny you
no
should
idea.
ask.
That sounds so gross to me, but hey, it is what it is. You love some spaghetti. Okay. How about your favorite beverage? I mean, we know that you like coffee. Do you have a favorite beverage?
All right. Do you want the real answer, or do you want the?
Oh, no. We are all about the good, the bad, and the ugly. Let's have it.
Okay. So Diet Coke. Diet Coke is my real answer.
Okay.
That's my real answer. However, there's an ongoing joke on our page. When it comes to a Friday night, I may have a Pepsi or two. So if you're asking about the adult beverage, it's our Pepsi. I'll drink a Blue Moon. I like the good old Blue Moon, but we disguise it as Pepsi. And in fact, it's gone
Oh.
so far as to the point where I've had some followers ship me a case of Pepsi because they think that I like Pepsi, but Pepsi is code.
So they send you real Pepsi, and really you're disguising your Blue Moon as Pepsi. Oh.
Guilty as charged.
So what do you do with all the Pepsis? The real Pepsi.
Somebody else drinks them.
That's hilarious. And then I'm going to ask you about being born and raised. Have you always been born and were you born there in Pennsylvania? Tell me about your childhood.
I'll keep it kind of short. I'll definitely keep it short.
You got time.
Born in Massachusetts. Left the state when I was very young, 5 or 6 years old, due to a traumatic scenario. Ended up in Washington State over there on the West Coast.
Wow.
Stayed there until I was about 13 years old, and then I traveled back to Massachusetts to live with my father. That was the first time I had actually ever met him.
Okay.
Then back to Washington around the age of 17, and then I joined the military. Military woman brought me here to Pennsylvania, which is my ex-wife, unfortunately, but I have two beautiful kids from that.
That's
and
wonderful.
then after the separation and the divorce, I moved into the country and we bought an old farmhouse and wanted to live that dream, having land and having animals. And so kind of been all around.
Well, that's beautiful. I know in your one of your live videos, I think that you talked about not really ever getting into social media. It was all by accident with a viral video. So I'm hoping that we're going to hear more about that in your actual video that you put out. But if not, well, love to hear that story. How did you meet your current wife?
Plentyoffish.com.
Oh, so online dating.
Online.
Okay. Plentyoffish.com. That's interesting. Okay. And how did you know that she was the one? At what point did you realize that, you know what? She's the one. Because I'm sure there's a lot of women out there. You're a good looking guy.
Well, so your typical, let's swipe through and let's look. And the first thing is I have to be attracted to her, of course.
Okay.
I'm sorry. So after my divorce and I was ready to move on, I said, it's time to look. And so I was looking. Once I found somebody that was nice to look at, I said, let's look at their values.
Okay.
Right. And so her Christian values lined up with mine.
Yes.
I already had children from a previous marriage, and so did she.
Okay.
So a blended family was something that we needed to figure out how to make work.
You're right.
But she almost hit delete. She almost kicked me off of there.
Oh, no.
And I told you this once. The reason why is because my name is Justin and everyone calls me Jay. And Jay came around from her not wanting to call me Justin because her ex's name was Justin, which we love Justin. That's great and fine and all, but that was a little too early, too soon. So I got nicknamed Jay and it kind of stuck.
How shallow of a woman is she? Oh my God. Tell her I'm just kidding. I'm just joking. Okay.
She's probably watching us right now.
Oh,
she's
Lord.
setting up at the Pennsylvania Farm Show.
Her name is Lauren, correct?
Lauren. Yeah.
Lauren, well, listen, I'm joking. I'm just messing with you, dude. I'm not calling you shallow, but I'm glad that you guys worked it all out. That's wonderful that you guys met online and made a successful relationship out of that. Did you ever think that she was crazy? Or better, don't say that. Don't answer that. Did you ever meet any crazies in your search, your online search?
She was my first one.
You're lying.
No lies. She was my first one.
With all of the women on there, she was the first one that you contacted, and you guys ended up working out, and you did not find a bunch of crazies along the way.
She found a few crazies, but I didn't. I knew she was the one kind of immediately. I guess you can say love at first sight, I suppose. I'm not sure.
No, that can happen. That can absolutely happen. Well, that's a wonderful story. That's a really good story, especially for folks who may be in a situation right now and they're considering the online dating. You know, my problem is I watch way too much Lifetime TV, way too much Lifetime TV. And so I'm kind of terrified of online connections altogether. I know that men can be crazy, but I know that women can be equally crazy. No one wants to talk about that though. So we'll just move on. I'm so sorry to ask you this, but a viewer wants to know your shoe size.
They're gonna send me boots. I already know it.
Oh no, is that what they're asking?
I'm not telling you.
The comment flew by and I could not catch it in time to pop it up. But they says, what's your shoe size? I don't
either that or they're digging for more information, if you know what I mean.
No, I don't. Tell me.
No.
What kind of information?
What do they say your shoe size represents?
I don't know. Could you tell me?
Lester. Oh, Lester. Were you born under a rock?
I'm messing with you, buddy. I'm messing with you. I play. You guys know that I play. I play a lot. Hey, and I think that you ought to let your viewers know, those that are every once in a while saying hi to us, that we are a farm channel, but man, we're all over the darn place, Justin. We talk about a little bit of everything on our channel. So if they only want to see animals, there's a whole lot more that we will discuss. And sometimes we get into the nitty gritty and the fun stuff. So all right, we will just skip the shoe size for now. How about your favorite pizza topping?
If it's got meat on it, it's for me, right? Cheese pizza is kind of plain, so load me up with some meat, right?
Oh, I'm a meat lover as well. Boy, I can do a meat lover's pizza and eat it all day.
Yeah,
that's easy. Okay, and then another question I had jotted down is, when you grow up, what do you want to do with your life when you eventually grow up? Because I think that you and I both we're living a fantasy right now. Would you agree with that?
Absolutely. Yeah.
So when you eventually grow up, I'll call you Jay, in case Lauren is watching. Jay, when you grow up, what do you want to be? What do you see that is your future?
Well, I don't want to. I'm too immature to look past the now and here.
Oh no!
I know it's so bad to say, but I'm living the life. I'm living a good life with my animals on my farm. The social media thing has turned out to be a great thing in the last 2 years. And you know what? I hope by the time I grow up, I'm rich enough to retire, and then I can just live out the rest of my life with my animals. Right? Oh,
that would be ideal. That would be perfect. And that's not a bad dream. And then here comes another question. This is one that Jamie wanted me to ask you, and I don't know why. When you stick on the roll of toilet paper, do you want it to hang over, or do you want the little thing to hang under, the little tab, over or under?
Personally, I want it closer to me. The quicker I can get to that toilet paper, the better. Okay. Look at your natural hand reaction. You don't want to do a reach around to get that toilet paper.
Yeah, I don't understand that. Why would that even be a question? I think it's made to go over, and there's so many people that can judge a man by that answer. So I think that I'd say the exact same thing. And then, of course, my last one may be a little bit touchy. And if you want to think for a minute before you answer, then you're welcome to do that. I will also give you my answer because it applies to both of us. But your biggest pet peeve when it comes to sharing your life on social media, what is your biggest pet peeve? The things that bother you the most with the whole social media and all of the blessings that it brings to us. There's also some things that are not so pretty.
I think this question brings me to something you and I should do together one day.
Uh-oh, what you got?
Maybe when I come down there with Chucky Poo.
Well, hold on. I'm the big spoon. If it requires anything like that, people give me a hard time. I was little spoon one time, but that was with Jamie, and I didn't feel well, and I was cold. So I played the little spoon, just so
Understood. No spooning involved.
Oh, of course.
My pet peeve is the amount of people that try to tell us what to do.
Oh, right? Talk about that.
I could do anything in the world in front of on the camera, and I will have a laundry list of things that I should do. So how that translates into a video between us, we should do a video where we have a spread of ice cream toppings, anchovies, nasty stuff, all of it in front of us. And we can read the comments and let them tell us what to do. We can let them get it out of their system, and they can tell us what to do. And we have to put this topping on, and we have to eat it.
Could you imagine the disaster if we did everything that we were asked to do, or sometimes we were screamed at to do? Golly gee.
Yeah, there's a lot of, that's my biggest pet peeve, because we're live streaming, we're sharing content, we're showing you our content, our lives, and it's a privilege for them to watch, I think, and we don't have to turn the camera on, but it bothers me just when they get upset when we don't do what they want to do. So that's my pet peeve.
You know, eating an ice cream that someone else would design for us would be like that show Fear Factor. You know what I'm talking about? You remember that?
Absolutely. Joe Rogan.
Yes, and I couldn't imagine some of the things that we would have to end up putting into our mouth if we allowed the audience to tell us what to do. Yeah, I don't think we should do that. Let's not do.
Right. Well, that's a starting point. Come up with something else. That's a starting point.
Okay, absolutely. And then I have one last question for you, and you may not want to answer this. I don't, but you are from Pennsylvania, so I don't know if you're a football fan or not, but you have your Steelers and you have your Eagles, right?
Correct.
Do you pick one team or root for one team over the other?
Seahawks, of course.
Oh, okay. From your years in Washington.
Correct.
That keeps it safe. That keeps a very safe answer right there, you know? I get asked that a lot too. Here in Texas, we have both the Texans and the Cowboys. So my rule of thumb is I always vote or pick the closest to me. So Houston being right down the road. So I normally go for the Rockets and the Houston Astros, the Houston Texans. But if they're out of the playoffs, then I'll expand a little bit to the Dallas area. So Dallas Mavericks, Dallas Cowboys and whatnot. But I've never been out of Texas. But you've been a few places. So you have an option to choose other things.
Yeah.
All right, Jay, I'm done with my questions and answers. But now the real fun begins. Are you ready to play a game? Because that was not a game. That was just getting to know you.
Oh, boy. Here we go. Okay, let's go.
Now, here's the good thing about this game. It's probably, now you're younger than I am, but this game is one that was.
How old are you, Lester? How old are you?
30. I'm 30.
Yeah. So I'm 29, of course.
Yeah, I'm 30. You're 29. So listen, I have this game that I copied off of a TV show from several years back. And it's called Deal or No Deal. You ever seen the game?
I have not seen the game.
Okay. You don't have to know the game.
Maybe. Is that the bald guy that has a briefcase?
There are briefcases. There are briefcases, but normally models hold the briefcases, not the bald guy.
Okay. I've never seen it, but I know of it.
Now, listen, I don't remember exactly that. Was that Howie Mandel, the bald guy you're talking about? Was he the host?
I think so. The same guy that's on that singing show.
So that would be Howie Mandel was the host, and it was beautiful models who held the briefcases. Well, unfortunately, I have no models here, but I will show you my briefcases, and I'll explain the game to you and all the folks who are watching, okay? And the good news is, no matter what, you're going to win yourself some money today, okay?
Woo! All right.
Now, I will say this. You're not going to win back all that money you spent to buy back Chuck. You're not going to win near that much, okay? Just not – I don't have that kind of blood. Listen, so what I have in front of me, and I know it's a little bit hard to see.
Okay.
I'll turn my light around a little bit, but I have 10 chests. Now, these chests are all numbered 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay.
Okay.
And those chests are different denominations of money. So in one of those chests is $1. There's also a $2. There's a $5, a $10, 20. There's also a 25, a 40, 50, 75, and a 100. Okay, so there is a way for you to win a little bit of money here if you're lucky enough. Okay.
Okay.
So what you're gonna do? Are you able to read comments on your screen?
I can pull up my phone here.
Only if you choose to. You don't have to. But what I'm going to ask you to do, and you may already have a lucky number, but out of 1 and 10, what you're going to do is choose what you think may be your lucky chest. Now, remember, I can promise you that these numbers are not in the exact same order. So you're not going to find in chest number 1 a $1. You're not going to find in chest number 10 100. It's not going to be like that. I can promise you. So what you're going to do out of my 10 chest is choose the one that you think may be your lucky chest. And if you want to look at comments, people are trying to give you ideas, but really this is up to you. Do you have a lucky number between 1 and 10 that you want to set aside to possibly be your lucky chest?
And who placed those chests there? Was that you?
Yes, absolutely. Jamie's not here. She's working.
Okay. Let's pick. I don't have a lucky number on that low end there. I'm going to pick 3 though. 3 is my number.
So I'm going to take chest number 3 and I'm going to move it off to the side. I'll put it way up here so you can see that I'm not touching it. Okay.
Okay.
You can still see that. Yes. Okay. All right. Now this is where it gets fun. What you're going to do first, you're going to pick 3 briefcases, or in this case, 3 little wooden chests. And one at a time, I'm going to open those and show you the dollar amounts that you have not won.
Okay.
So after we get rid of the first 3 chests, and I show you on here what you're not going to win, the banker, who we're going to let someone on the internet be the banker, they will make you an offer. They're going to make you an offer. You can take that offer and run, or you can say, you know what, I'm going to keep playing and maybe see what I have in my lucky chest. Okay?
Okay.
So go ahead and tell me, which chest would you like me to open first? And here's all, I'm trying to show you a different perspective. Here's all the chests right here.
All right. Let's go ahead and open 1, 6, and 5.
All right. So
1, 5, and 6.
1, 5, and 6. Okay. So here we go. In chest number 1, the amount of money that you will not be winning is the $25. You're not going to be winning the $25.
Oh, no.
There. It's okay. It's okay. Yeah, you don't want to choose those big numbers if you can help it. So $25 has been removed from our deal or no deal. You also said chest number 5. Chest 5 right over here. We're going to open it up. And what I'm going to pull out is the $10 bill.
Okay.
That means you will not be winning the $10 bill. I will mark that off like so. And one more chest. You said chest number 6. As I open that up, oh, this is good. That's $2. You will not be able to win the $2, and nobody wants $2 anyway. All right?
Right.
Let me put this back where I can see the comments. Okay, I would say you're off to a pretty good start, bud. All right, so what I'm going to do now is go to the comments, and believe it or not, the commenters who've watched this show are pretty darn good. So I'm looking for kind of a good number that I could offer Jay, and that he may accept, he may not. And then whatever we decide, Jay, you'll look at the number that we have, and then you will decide if you want to take that deal or if you want to keep playing. So what I'm seeing over here on my comments are a whole lot of people who are right around the same range. Are you seeing the same thing that I'm seeing, right?
Oh my, so many. I'm saying that offers are looking like between 30 and 50 bucks.
Okay. I'm a generous guy. And so what I've done, I've chosen Carissa right there. I went ahead and chose her as our banker for this first round. And she says, let's offer you $50. Ooh. So what I can do right now, Jay, is when I meet you in a couple of weeks, I will have a $50 bill ready for you. Or I could always PayPal or Cash App that to you today if you don't believe me. But Or you can say, you know what? We're not taking that deal. I'm going to keep on playing. It's completely up to you. But these are the numbers that are still out there.
No deal.
And okay. Jay said no deal to Carissa's 50. Carissa, thank you, sweet lady. But Jay said no deal. All right. Well, what that means is now you're going to choose 2 more chests. You will choose 2 more, and we'll have someone else make you an offer.
Okay. Let's
You will
choose
not be winning.
7 and 10. Or did I take 7? I don't remember.
Nope. Here's chest number 7, and here's chest number 10. All right. So in chest number 7, we're going to open it up. Uh-oh.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
This
What is that?
Well, I count 20, 40, 50. I count $50. So
Okay.
there goes the $50. I'm going to put it to the side over here, and I will scratch off the 50. The 50 is no longer out there. Good news is 75 and 100 are still there. Bad news, there's still $1 and a $5, okay? Here we go. Chest number 10. In chest, whoa, look here, bud. The $1. That's
Got it. All right.
a really good guess. All right, so we're going to scratch off the $1. I will turn the board back towards me so I can see some comments over here. And now these are the numbers still out there. There's a 5, there's a 20, there's a 40, a 75, and a 100. All right. Now I'm going to look at the comments over here and see what people are trying to guess and say what I should offer you. You can look at your phone if you want to as well. What I'm seeing, Jay, and you'll see the same thing that I'm seeing. Tell me some numbers that you're seeing on your end.
Oh, 45, 40, 55, 40, 45, 60. There's a couple high ballers out there. There's some generous people.
Those are people that are probably they want you to they just want to just give it to you. They just want to give it to you. So I'm going ahead and I picked Kim Caparella. I'm probably saying her name wrong, but Miss Kim says, let's offer Jay 45. It's less than 50.
Correct.
It is less than 50, but she's also saying 45 is more than that one. It's more than this one, and it's also more than that one. So what she's doing is saying there's a whole lot more numbers less than 45 than numbers more than 45. So I see your coffee cup in hand. This is your chance to decide to take the deal or say no deal and keep playing.
No deal.
I hope you don't break your laptop doing that. All right. So Jay says he's not taking the deal. We're going to go back to the board. All right. What numbers we still have over here are the numbers 2, 4, 8, and 9. You will choose 2 more, and this will be our last banker offer coming in. So open up 2 more. We will scratch those off, and that will be our last banker offer.
Let's take 8 and 9 out of here.
All right, let's take 8 and 9. So in chest number 8, what we're going to open is, you ready?
No.
20.
No.
40.
No.
60.
No.
70 and 5. All right.
Oh.
The 75.
Oh.
Gone. Now, it's okay. The 100 is still there, bud. The 100 is still there. Okay. And then the last one that we're going to eliminate is number 9. All right. That's number 9. You ready? That's the 20. Okay.
I'm looking good here.
All right. Let me go ahead and mark that off. Okay, Jay, this is where it gets real interesting. What we have still available is a $5 bill. There's also a 40 and there's a 100. Okay. Now, at this point, we're going to be waiting for our last banker offer. I'm looking at the internet comments. You can see the same thing that I'm seeing. And have a peek at your phone so no one thinks that I'm not lying. And tell me what most people are saying in the comments. There's a lot of good bankers out here. Some more generous than others. I will show them again the numbers that are available. There's a 5, a 40, and a 100.
I like the 5250 offer. That's pretty funny.
Someone is actually on their calculator doing the actual math. That's funny. Let's go ahead and just go ahead and say, we'll say close enough. Let's go ahead and go with Amy. So Amy is saying that, you know what, Jay, $50 is a lot more than 5. It's a dab more than 40, but it's only half of that 100 that's still available.
Mm-hmm.
Now, at this point, you will choose one more chest to open unless you take that deal. Do you want the 50, which I think is the highest offer so far? Yes?
It is the highest offer so far. So 40 is close to 50, and there's still 100 out there. So I have a pretty good chance, I think, of having that $100 bill in my because either way, I'm still ending up. I think $5 is still on the table right in front of you. No deal.
Okay, there you have it. My friends, he says no deal. We're going back to our table. Now, at this point, you will only open one chest. There's no more banker offer. You will open one chest. We will eliminate that from the board. And at that point, we're going to have a little fun. So, what is the chest out of 2 and 4 that you want to eliminate and get off the table?
Let's take 4 out of there.
All right. So, we're going to take chest number 4, open up chest number 4, and get rid of it. You ready?
Let's go.
I see you got some dance moves in you. Are you sure you want to see this?
Yeah, it's a $5 bill. I know it is.
It is. Yes, sir. It is the $5 bill. Very nicely done, Mr. J.
All right.
Now, all right, we are down to the nitty gritty. Okay.
Woo!
There are 2 chests still in front of me. Your lucky number 8 that you chose. I'm going to lift it over here.
No, I chose 3.
Huh? Oh,
3 was my lucky number.
Yes. I'm sorry. 3. And then the one that was remaining is the number 2. Now,
Okay.
at this point, I'll pull the camera down. At this point, you know that one of those has a 40. One of those has a 100.
Correct.
I'm going to let you know something, that out of my entire family, and I play with probably maybe 25 family members. This is all I do for Christmas. Only 2 people won the 100. Most everybody else won, well, quite a bit less than that. So out of these 2 chests, what you can do is keep the number 3, which is what you thought at first, or you can flip-flop them around and choose the other one. This is where it comes right down to it. Remember, one of these has a 40 and one has a 100. Mr. J, I'm looking at the comments. A lot of people are saying keep 3, keep 3, keep 3. There are some saying take number 2. It's completely up to you. Which chest do you want to open that will be your winnings? That will be your winnings.
This is tough. This is really tough. This is where it comes down to a decision.
You want to call a friend? That's different game show, I think.
Was he on that game too, though? No, he wasn't.
I don't know. I didn't watch that. I wasn't really into that game.
Well,
someone here, Vicky says, stick with your gut. A lot of folks are saying stick with your gut. They're saying 3, but listen, this is your call. This is your money. Will it be chest number 2 or chest number 3 that you keep for yours?
I got this spidey sense going on right now.
Okay.
The hairs on my neck are standing up.
Boy. Oh, this is a good feeling. I love that feeling. I don't get it enough anymore.
I'm going to have to stick with my original guess of number 3.
Okay.
That's it. I'm sticking with it.
Okay. Well, in that case, here we have chest number 3. And inside this chest are your Christmas winnings. This is Merry Christmas from Longhorn Lester. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Are you sure you're ready?
I guess I'm ready.
Here we go.
40. Bum, 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 bum.
It's okay. And just to show that I'm not lying, over here in chest number 2, the one you did not pick was, there's our $100 bill.
Nice. Wow. Hey, that was really fun, though. That was amazing. I had a blast with that.
The reason that I started doing this last year, here's what I hate. And I don't know, you can share your story. But I'm not really one for standing in long lines. I'm also a country boy like you, and I try to avoid lines and traffic the best I can. And even ordering things online just sometimes get to be overwhelming. And I was finding myself spending more and more money doing things that I would watch my nephews and my nieces, even my own sons, open their gift, look at it and put it down, open the next gift. And I'm thinking, that's not really, you know. So I started playing this game last year. And what I discovered is even if someone does not win very much money, the excitement of sitting down one-on-one with a family member or a friend like with you, it's fun. We're talking, we're interacting, we're engaging. Sometimes you're not quite as lucky. Sometimes you're very lucky. But here, so that's one of the brightest and the most wonderful things about this particular game. But number two, this is the craziest thing. When all is said and done, I might be out a couple of $100. For the most part, people they just cannot control when that $100 bill is still out there. They're like gamblers by nature, you know. And if you think about it, there's a whole lot more low numbers here than there are high numbers. Yeah. But we all want to just keep going for those high numbers for just the chance. It's kind of like buying a lottery ticket, you know. But I've been doing this for 2 years now with my family and personal friends. And I'll tell you what, it has saved me a lot of money, but it's also allowed me to have a lot of fun in the process. So Christmas has once again found some joy. And here's the thing. I've never seen anybody get upset over winning $2 or $5. They're like, hey, they knew they had a chance, you know?
Good point.
It's awesome. Anyway, what else do you want to share with us before I let you go, brother?
Oh, well, I just want to say thank you to you for the opportunity to continue to see Chuck in the future. We all know what brought us together. I reached out to you years ago just as a little old creator coming out of the closet, right? But in reality, I reached out to you this last time on a very serious matter, and I couldn't be happier. I couldn't be happier. I'm smiling on the inside. I'm smiling on the outside. I know he's going someplace really good, and we're going to get to see him in the future. And it's been a whirlwind. We've been up and down on a roller coaster the last few weeks. And I just thought there was no hope for him. And you, my friend, have given Chucky some hope.
Oh. So. Could I share something with you right quick that I've kind of tried to talk about in a couple of videos, but people don't understand? The lifestyle that you and I live is not an easy one. And sometimes people, I don't want to say city slickers, but even people in the country who have a couple of dogs, a cat, maybe a horse, they don't sometimes realize the dangers and the risk that we put ourselves into every day with multiple animals. Let me play something for you real fast, Jay, and do me a favor. While it's playing, in your head, just kind of count the dangerous scenarios, okay? You ready?
Yeah.
I'll see if I can pop it up.
Survivor. I'm a survivor. Who will be the ultimate survivor? Let's find out when you spend the day in our shoes. All you creators, our sanctuaries waiting. Who will win the title? Well, it could be you. Survivor. I'm a survivor.
So let me remove that. And so that was just something that we built a couple of years back, just trying to introduce our channel to other people. But in that particular video, did you happen to count any dangerous type scenarios?
Absolutely.
So what the thing is, you know, you have your alpacas who have to be groomed or sheared, and that's not easy for rescued alpacas. They're wild. And you put that halter around them, and you saw our little alpaca rearing up, and someone has to hold her. And I'm not going to make Jamie do it. So I hold, and you don't know how close those hooves come, because what she wants to do is gore your eyes out. And it sounds scary, but someone has to do it. We don't all walk around with tranquilizer guns where we can shoot, you know, and tranquilize these animals to do things. We're real men. We're real farmers. and we put ourselves in real situations that have to be done for the animal's betterment. So that was one. Of course, the other one, I turned the camera, and right there in my face was one of our donkeys, and she lunged out and bit me in the chest. Now, granted, it was a donkey bite, donkeys bite, but once again, a dangerous situation. You don't just get up and, we put ourselves in danger. You saw the horse kick, and you see the Ringo ram me in the knees. And I think that you're like me. We always walk around kind of beat up and sore and tired.
Right.
And folks don't understand that there's a special breed of man and woman. You and I are there's a special breed of us that put ourselves in harm's way for the betterment of the animals. And so we see Chuck as someone we're going to have to keep our head on a swivel. We will always be aware of where he's at, the same way we are with our male ostrich, Carl. You have to be aware, because Carl wants to kill me. He wants me dead. He wants me dead, and that's fine. So we will work to plan a way that we can get everything done with your bull, Chuck, and get him all taken care of with his vet care, and then he'll move to pasture. And then I said it in my video, once all of the little swimmers are no longer swimming and he's safe, and once my bulls know that he's not a threat to their lady friends, he'll join the pasture herd. He'll go right out with the pasture, and he will live a wonderful life. And I'm glad that you understand that. And for the folks who may not be familiar with how you do things at the sanctuary, we're just trying to find a way to keep animals alive. And I know you're doing the exact same thing with Chuck. And we appreciate you more than you realize by entrusting us with someone that you've raised from a bottle and love. And so it's hats off to you, because this is hard. This is really hard. And I don't know if you talk about that in your video, but anybody who's had to take an animal who they love, like sincerely love, and for the betterment of the animal, move them along and surrender them to somewhere else. It takes a lot of love to do that, because there are some who will love an animal to death, literally, and never realize they're not able to provide certain things. But just know that Chuck will be fine. He'll always be here. You're welcome to come down and make a trip to visit anytime. And we're very excited about working with him from a distance, obviously. And because
let me ask, are you going to try to feed him a muffin?
Only if I can sing the Muffin Man song to him.
I think from any side of any fence, I think you'll absolutely be able to feed him a muffin, or maybe from the other side of your little your wheeled machine that you drive around. You might be able to do that.
I don't really like to handle my bulls. I know it's a personal thing that I do, but and so there's a lot of discussion in that. But I seen you feed Chuck. I know he's a sweet fella. But it'll take a long time to get to really know him. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And absolutely. My own, the image that stuck in me is the gash that was in your leg, and as close to your man parts as possible without losing man parts. And I don't want to be in that situation with Chuck or anybody else. So.
Well, can I tell you something? You saw the live the other morning where I was trying to play the video for Chuck so he could hear your voice.
Yes.
So I'm going to release a little secret just so you guys can know. I was going to save it. I was going to save this, but I want people to look forward to something.
Okay.
So my followers did me a huge solid and put together a little high-res image of something, and I'm getting it printed out. We are getting a life-size cutout.
Not your man parts, right?
Of Longhorn Lester. It's in the print shop right now. And I'm going to put a life-size cutout with an oversized head.
I see that. Could you shrink my belly a little bit, please? You kind of shrink.
Well, I don't know how tall you are, but I told them 6 foot. That sounds like a respectable height.
Okay.
And I got two. Because one of them is going in the bullpen with Chuck, so he can get to know you a little bit.
Oh boy. Okay.
And the second one is a gift to you when we get down there.
I can't wait. I am so very excited. And so last thing, you're going to also make a video, and you're going to put that onto your page that I can share that link onto my page. That's going to give everybody the backstory. Yes.
Correct. So I was very tight on time. I put a 20-minute video together literally just before we started this. So I don't have your fancy effects and musics, and it's me talking. I did a few overlays, but you're going to get the general idea.
Okay.
I've uploaded it to YouTube under videos, and it is finished processing. So we are the quality and the processing is done at high def.
Okay.
So I'm going to activate that right now.
Okay.
I just have to add a title.
Okay.
And it's just going to be me talking. I'm going to give you a little backstory about us, what we do, who we are, where Chuck came from, what kind of story, what kind of bad dreams that we've had lately. It's going to talk about it all right there.
Well, that's perfect. So when I get off of here at about 1 o'clock, which is 12 minutes or so from now, I will absolutely take that.
I'm not going to upload. I'm not going to activate that until you're done.
Okay. Then I will absolutely, as soon as it's ready, I'll look at your channel and I'll find it. I'll copy the link and I'll post to my channels. And then I'm hoping that everybody who would like to stop by, don't just say hello, but also do that little like and subscribe, friends. It doesn't cost you anything. And you'll be able to watch a lot more of the Steinmetz family farm and add that to your daily video watching. Well, hey, bud, it's a pleasure talking to you again. And it's just really neat meeting you. You're a wonderful fella. Can't wait to meet your family. Who's traveling down with you? Will it be one of your farm help or your wife?
It's still in the works. We're not 100% certain on everybody. I obviously will be there, but it's still in the works. You don't want me showing up with an entourage, do you?
I don't. Hey, I offered you the RV. I will clean all the sheets. Everything will be washed up. There's internet. There's TV.
I don't think I'm going to be watching much TV while I'm down there.
I don't think you will be. I'll have to find.
I will let you know exactly who's coming, and we're going to nail down a date. I do plan on doing some live streams on the road.
Okay.
Some content. You tell me if you think this is an okay idea, and I don't want to hold you up too much longer.
Oh, you're fine. Go ahead.
But I was thinking of putting a live stream camera in the trailer with Truck as he goes down.
That would be awesome. That would be
it may be looking like a rough ride because you're attached to a trailer, and I don't want anybody to get upset. But they could tune in within those 24 hours of travel time.
Oh, that would be amazing.
How he's doing.
And then tell me real fast, because people are concerned, you're going to give him an injection of something that's going to calm him down a bit for the ride. Can you talk about that at all, or is that in your video?
It's not in the video. I didn't get that detailed, but yeah, there's a certain thing we can give him that's going to reduce his testosterone for a little bit. Doesn't really matter because his manhood's going away.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's going to reduce. We are countering the testosterone with the progesterone. So we're basically giving him some mexo, blah, blah, blah. You know, it's a very long word.
Yeah, I get it.
And it's going to calm him down for about 2 weeks.
Okay.
And hopefully he arrives to you very calm. And I'm hoping he lays down in the trailer, like you said.
Oh, that would be great.
One of my plans is to really fluff up the straw and the hay in there. I would love to give him 2 feet of nice bedding to lay down on, because he's going to get sea legs in there. Yeah. And I want him to enjoy the ride.
That could also absorb a lot of pee and poop as well also. So that would be great for him.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
All right, bud. Well, we're excited about it. I'll be looking for your video today, and then I'll share that link. And then, of course, I can't wait to meet you in person in a couple of weeks. But
awesome.
Let me know what you do for me.
This is my sign off. I do this every day. I know a little sign language, and you'll always see me sign off with this. It means I love you.
Okay.
So this is my I love you sign off. I can't say I really, really, really love you guys, but I love you all as a whole. And I love all of the support that you give all the farms. And it's just, we wouldn't be here if you weren't here watching. So,
well, you have quite the good hat tip as well. You don't do a hat tip or is that just on occasion?
On occasion. That's yours. That's yours.
Oh, that mine? Okay.
That's yours. I do it because I try to get I don't know. It's more of a comfort thing. You're a Southern guy. You got that hat tip.
Okay. Hey, real fast, I have to ask you, you do not sound like a Yankee. So I guess you learned to lose all of that New England accent during your travels to the West Coast.
Right. I was too young. I was too young. I moved to Washington State when I was like 5 or 6. So I never had the accent to hold on to. So I speak proper. I say water, not wada, not wata. water, not from, I speak,
Lord.
that's how English should sound, right?
Oh, yes, absolutely. And then how country do I sound to you? You can be honest. I don't care.
On a scale of 1 to 10, you're a solid 8 of a country man.
I love it. I'll take it because I can also code switch, Justin, when I'm in a meeting with a peer or if I'm on a Facebook conference, I can absolutely stand up, set up straight and tall, and I can make it sound like I'm with anybody else. And it's fun. All right.
When's the last time you've been in a suit?
My son's wedding 2 weeks ago.
I saw it. I saw the picture. You looked really good, though. You were quite dapper.
Thank you, Justin. Thank you. I appreciate that. And
I'm going to let you roll on these last 8 minutes, and you guys take care. I'm going to put a title to my video.
Yes.
And I'm going to hit activate afterwards. Thanks again, Lester. Awesome. I'm so honored just to be in your presence.
We're happy to have made an acquaintance with you, bud. And I can't wait to meet you guys in a couple of weeks.
All right. Cheers, everyone. Take care. Now, do I leave here or do you boot me off?
Well, you could try to find out where to leave, or I can have fun and just like boot you out of here. You want me to boot you out of here?
I would like to be booted out of here.
All right, everyone say bye.
I'm a rowdy person. Hey, Lester, you know what you should do?
I'll say bye.
Y'all say bye. Listen, you know what you need to do? Hey, Lester, I don't like the way that you.
That was fun. We just kicked him out of our studio. He was trying to be a peapat. He was trying to be a peapat. Lester, I don't like the way you do this. Lester, you need to do this. Lester, you should. Anywho's, I am so blessed that you guys had a chance to stop in and visit with and meet Justin/Jay, depending on if his wife is around or not. Learned a lot about him. I tried to avoid a lot of the backstory with his wonderful bull because that's his story to tell, friends. And most video creators know that. And we try not to step on anyone else's toes. So I'm going to allow him to tell you his story. He's making a video. And guys, I'll let you know that he's a very busy man. I know how busy he is. And he's going to take his time to make you all a video. And then I will post that and a link that you all can jump over and see his channel, visit his farm, and kind of see what he does. Let's remember to keep it Christian. It's a new year, y'all. It's a new year. You will find things that are similar with us and things that are very different. And that's fine because every farm is going to be very different. But it's not right. And it's not our place to go jump on somebody about things that you don't like about their farm. If you know, it's like your grandparents always told you. It was wonderful advice. If you have nothing nice to say, then just say nothing at all. Don't you be that person here in the new year. All right. We love you so much, and we're so darn blessed to have you. Thank you guys for watching. Wonderful video coming out this afternoon, later this afternoon. I'm going to wait until about maybe 4 o'clock or so because I don't want to congest the internet with me on the long live and then Justin's everything. So Longhorn Lester's about 4 o'clock or so. I will also post the links to this live over on Facebook so they can have a chance to watch what you all just watched. Okie dokie. Thank y'all for loving us. Thanks for watching. I've kind of forgot to ask you any questions, but I think that we covered it all. Sadie, we are still on the hunt for Sadie. All of the Longhorns are back together temporarily. I don't think that there's any of our females in heat, but I, as a responsible farm manager, will keep an eye on the Longhorn, especially the younger ones, the Danny, the Rubies, the Jenny Lane. And if I see them coming into heat, I will simply move them off pasture away from Tex, which is their father. Okay, you have to trust me on that one. I have work to do at the other property, putting in some culverts. Lester's laying some pipe today, y'all. I'm laying some pipe, and I'm excited about that. We have very cold winter storms coming, winter weather. You guys are probably experiencing those storms right now, and I'm hoping you're doing well. Just know that for us, our animals, what do they call that? We're not equipped. Our entire infrastructure is not equipped for this kind of cold weather. So we're going to make sure that we make all of our adjustments and have lots of things to plan out. Okay. So thank y'all for watching. We love you so much, and we will catch you guys on the next video. All right. Let's end it the same way we started it.
Survivor. survivor. Let's find out when you spend the day in our shoes. All you creators, our sanctuary is waiting. You will win the title. Well, it could be you. Survivor, survivor, I'm a survivor.